Hello, I'm Maciej Mikos and you're watching World Talks. Greenland has voted after Donald Trump's remarks on acquiring the island. The parliamentary election on the remote Arctic island gained much attention from the rest of the world. What will be the Greenlandic future like? And to talk about it, so we're joined by Rasmus Gjedssø Bertelsen, Professor of Northern Studies at the UiT, the Arctic University of Norway. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So how would you comment on the results of yesterday's vote? Were there any surprises?
The big surprise was that the Liberal Party, the Democrats, rather neoliberal for a Nordic context party, that they became the largest party with close to 30% of the vote. And the two parties that have been all dominant in Greenlandic politics for almost 50 years, the Labour Party, Siumut, which came in fourth at 14%, which is a disastrous election for them, and the left Green, Inuit Ataqatigiit, IA, which came in at 20+%. Those two parties have dominated Greenlandic politics for 50 years. So the fact that they come in third and fourth, and the first party is this neoliberal, the Democrats, and the second party is the nationalist populist Naleaq, it's quite a change to the party composition of the Greenlandic parliament.
So how to explain this change of views of the Greenlanders?
Well, I think the Democrats, they have probably been very successful at focusing very much on economic, health, education questions that are a big concern to Greenlanders in their daily lives. And then Naleaq, they have appealed very much to the strong desire, which is the general desire in Greenlandic society, the strong desire for moving faster towards independence from Denmark. And then also Naleaq, they have recently recruited some very high-profile candidates, including Aki-Matilda Høegh-Dam, who was a Siumut member of the Danish parliament in Copenhagen until recently. And she is one of the most charismatic Greenlandic politicians who always gains a lot of personal votes. And she gained a lot of personal votes this time. She may well have been the Greenlandic politician with the most personal votes this time, as she has been in parliamentary elections before.
Isn't she a strongly pro-American politician?
I think it's very important not to confuse the pro-independence and pro-American. The Greenlanders, since the 1970s, have been very clear that they wanted eventually independence from the Kingdom of Denmark. That is the standard, the majority view in the Greenlandic population among Greenlandic political parties. Denmark, I'm a Danish national myself, Denmark has basically wasted decades not paying attention and ignoring and ridiculing the Greenlandic desire for independence. And of course, things have heated up very much in recent months because of Donald Trump's personal interest in Greenland. But it's very important not to confuse the independence stance, which is the majority, the basic standard stance in Greenland, and being pro-American, because the Greenlanders they're very clear that they want to be Greenlanders, they want to be independent, they neither want to be Danish nor American.
I see, but Professor, was there no party opting for actually joining the US, as remarked by Donald Trump?
Greenland has been considering and academically studying, politically discussing this associate status for years. I mean, a way of becoming a sovereign, independent state, but in a free association of common defense, foreign affairs with another state. And that could be Denmark. I think, the assumption was that would be Denmark. But of course, it could also be the United States, or it could be Canada. But the idea of joining the United States, that is, as far as I can see, a highly unpopular idea in Greenland.
Now, nevertheless, will there be some American attempts to acquire the island? Because Donald Trump has already stated that we will get it one way or the other.
Donald Trump seems to have taken a very great personal interest in Greenland. And I think this is, it's a personal question for him. It's a personality question for him. And of course, the United States is an enormously powerful country. So it is highly likely that the United States will put various pressure, political, economic, perhaps even physical pressure, military pressure, on the Kingdom of Denmark to pursue this personal ambition of Donald Trump.
I see. So should Greenlanders just try to outweigh Donald Trump's turn, or has, the American policy towards the island shifted that much that no matter who will be the next American president, the US will try to acquire the island for its importance? And could you tell us more about this importance as well?
So, ever since the Second World War, Greenland has been very, very important for US national security. And therefore, since the Second World War, the United States has had military bases in Greenland. The United States now has one very important military base, the Pitofik Space Base, which was before the Thule Air Base in far northwestern Greenland. That base is very important for American missile defense, early warning. But it does not make much sense in terms of international security or economics, Donald Trump's ambition, because Denmark has always been a very, very loyal ally of the United States. And Denmark has basically given the United States access to do whatever the United States desired in Greenland, including in the 1950s and 60s, the United States had nuclear weapons in Greenland, which the Danish government lied to the Danish and Greenlandic populations about. So it is highly surprising that the United States would find it necessary to gain formal control of Greenland, because the Kingdom of Denmark has always been such a cooperative ally. So that's why I think this is rather a personal ambition, a personal project for Donald Trump. Perhaps he wants to be a US president, which expands US territory. That is possible.
And not only by Greenland, as we know his remarks on Canada, for example. Rasmus Gjedssø Bertelsen, Professor of Northern Studies at the UiT Arctic University of Norway, was our guest today. Thank you very much, Professor.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching, and stay with us for more here on TVP World.